Conscious Leadership Podcast, the human side of leadership, where consciousness meets practical business leadership. The podcast dives into real challenges managers face, from team motivation to navigating change. Discover actionable insight, proven strategies, and inspiring stories to help you lead with clarity, authenticity, and impact. Whether you are an SME owner, a team leader, or simply passionate about conscious leadership, this podcast will equip you with the tools to build stronger teams, foster trust, and achieve sustainable success. Tune in, lead consciously, and make a difference. Hello, and welcome to a special episode of the Conscious Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Boris Nedved, and today I want to dive with you into a shift that is already happening, a transformation that will redefine and reshape how we lead, work, and interact with the world around us. I guess you realize as well that it's not something to wait for. There is something already unfolding. There's something already happening. We are moving into a new era where traditional structures, all what we were used to and understand and know, are losing their influence. And individuals are waking up, and they are waking up to their own power. So thinking about conscious leaders and conscious leadership, leadership is no longer about managing organizations in the old way. For me, it's about understanding and embracing the transformation that's happening and to create a future where businesses and people thrive through authenticity, self-sovereignty, and energetic alignment. But what does it mean actually for a business leader? What does it mean for you? How do you navigate a world where this hierarchical control is fading away, where employees are seeking autonomy and the trust in traditional institutions is rapidly declining? And yes, I know what's coming now is some might dismiss this topic as too esoteric for a business discussion. Some you might say, oh yeah, it's witchery and things like that. Now, some might even think I'm crazy for bringing this esoterics into a business conversation. But let me be clear. This is the Conscious Leadership Podcast. And for me, consciousness means acknowledging that there is wisdom out there. There's wisdom that exists beyond what we can currently grasp and know and understand, or currently can be quantified by data. And even though the new science of quantum physics is beginning to validate many of these concepts, there are still things that cannot be explained in bits and bytes and yes and no's and whatever. So for me, true leadership involves staying open to such knowledge, staying open to knowledge that challenges conventional thinking and allows for escaping the mold, if you know what I mean. Or has sticking to the old models and the old patterns brought us any further, brought us forward in the last couple of years? So today I want to explore really how 2027 and what Ra, who introduced human design, thought about what would come 2027 and beyond. And the cross of the sleeping phoenix, that's the era, how it's called, and how it relates to leadership, the workplace, and the evolving dynamics of power and influence. For 400 years, since 1615 to be precise, the world has operated under the cross of planning, which is an energetic cycle that is based on collective structures, institutional stability, bargains, contracts, mutual reliance. So all the governments, all the corporations, all the hierarchical institutions thrived under this paradigm. It created a world where people placed their trust in these hierarchies, in these external authorities for guidance, for security, for resources. And think about it, it's marked the industrialization, the processes, the simplifications, the progress, and so on. All that we had from agricultural farming people into industrialized people, into the new economies and all of that. So yeah, it is something that has changed us. However, as we move toward 2027 and the cross of the sleeping phoenix, this paradigm is dissolving. Human design predicts a shift toward self-leadership, emotional awareness, and individual empowerment. And that is what I see, what I observe, what you see in statistics and data, I've talked about already in my previous podcast episodes. So instead of looking outward for validation and security, people will turn inward, will rely on their personal authority, will use their unique design to navigate their life. So from my perspective, this is really visible in the workplace, where employees' disengagement is at an all-time high. And I don't want to mention again all the studies that are available. Employees are no longer willing to work in environments that don't align with their values. They don't align with their intrinsic strengths. They don't align with what they like to do. They are leaving toxic workplaces. They are rejecting traditional career paths. They are seeking autonomy through freelancing, entrepreneurship, decentralized work models. So to me, these are all very, very clear signs of this energetic background shift that is happening, this change that is happening. So how can you as a conscious leader, prepare yourselves and you and your team for this shift? So number one, embrace your self-leadership and your inner authority. Trust your own decision making. Trust what comes out of you, and encourage your employees to do so as well, to do the same. Traditional leadership relied on rigid structures, policies, external validations, procedures. Moving forward, leadership will be your inner authority, making decisions based on your personal truth rather than what is expected externally from a group, from a team, from the bosses, whatever it be. Encourage your employees to trust their instincts, that they develop their own decision-making strategies that are aligned with their intrinsic motivation and to align their work with their natural strengths. Secondly, redefine the role of work in people's lives. Employees are no longer only looking for jobs. They are looking for a purpose. They're looking for meaning. Meaningful work is a big thing. So create workplaces that allow individuals to express their unique strengths, their talents, their values. Move away from rigid job roles and allow for fluid, evolving positions where employees can shift based on their natural energy and growth. Implement BG5 and OC16 insights. Start to use this data that is there to understand how each team member works best and structure the roles accordingly. The next point, number 3, build decentralized and flexible work environments. The old model of forcing employees into fixed schedules in corporate offices is dying. We see that. Allow for remote work, for flexible schedules, project-based employment. Develop structures that support autonomy rather than control. And trust your team that they deliver the results without micromanagement. And go for result-driven teams, not for like pay per being around, pay per being there thing. Fourth, prioritize emotional awareness and authentic communication. People are becoming more emotionally aware. And you as leaders must meet them at that level as well. So encourage open conversations about mental health, emotional intelligence, and energy management. It's themes that are there and people occupy themselves with it. Lead with authenticity. Share your challenges, share your uncertainties, share as well your growth process. What has worked for you, and possibly some others take it as an example, or you are becoming a lead or a captain that they follow and trust. This vulnerability fosters trust. It helps you in gaining the trust of your team. And let go of fear-based leadership. Fear keeps people dependent. True leaders empower others to trust themselves. And you look around the media, the corporate world, social media, news, all drive on fear. They all propagate fear. Economic collapse, job insecurity, AI taking over jobs. Just read the headlines and everything is fear-driven. Don't buy into this fear narrative. Focus on what you can create rather than what is falling apart. Encourage your employees as well to seek new opportunities, to learn skills, take ownership for their futures, take ownership of your future as well. So this is what it's all about. The future of leadership is here. It's already here. It's you. You, the conscious leader. You, the person that wants to make something different. You, the person that listens to this podcast because you want to change something. You don't want to go the old path, the things that worked in the past and think about that they would work in the future. No, you want something that works for the future. The old systems are crumbling, and there is a new way of living. There's a new way of working, and a new way of leading is emerging. And this is something, not to fear. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to play a role. As a conscious leader, you have the chance to shape the future of business, the future of leadership, and the future of human interaction at business. So by understanding the energetic shifts that come 2027, if they come, I really believe they come, and what comes after and what goes beyond, you can create organizations that support the individual empowerment. You are empowering, you give the power to your people. You establish true collaboration and you create meaningful work. How good is that? So here's my challenge for you. When you think about your current situation, how are you preparing for the future of leadership? Are you ready? Are you embarking on it? Are you challenging yourself? Are you clinging on to outdated structures? Or are you embracing the shift? What changes can you implement already today that possibly shape something for the future? And to align your leadership with what is the new reality? I really would love to hear your thoughts because this is my way of thinking about it. It might not be your way, and I would love to hear your thoughts and to start a discussion. So please, share your insights in the comments. Connect with me on LinkedIn or Substack. Reach out to me for a call. Visit humaninthecenter.com, my website, and explore how my articles, my energetic alignment is my way of looking at it, and how it can transform possibly as well your leadership approach. I don't say it's a God-given 10 commandments. I'm not saying I'm fully right. I offer new opportunities, new ways, new approaches, because I see the old approach doesn't work. So really thank you for tuning in. Until the next time, and stay intentional, stay conscious, and keep leading with purpose. Thank you for listening to the Conscious Leadership Podcast. Look forward to the next episode to come, and stay intentional, stay conscious, and keep leading with purpose. Until the next time, bye.